gym over on the west side of Tulsa that didn't have air conditioning. I just hated that camp.
Well,
The
Jason,
funniest JV story I have involves a flight back from San Jose, but it's not safe for airwaves. So
well, you know, maybe sometime when you make it to Kansas City, we can maybe if Whataburger's open by then, you know, maybe we can all sit down and have a Whataburger.
sounds good.
But thank you for coming on today. We appreciate it. You know, like I said, we have a lot of coaches and athletes in the Kansas City area that follow our show, and, you know, just some clarification things. I like the plan that you guys have put out. I know it's very fluid, you know, so as of, you know, it was 2:30 earlier, now it's 3:15.
Still, this plan's still in place.
Still in place.
45 minutes later, that's good.
There have been a couple of phone calls I haven't picked up yet.
Oh,
but
no. Oh, no.
we're still sticking with it right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, switch over to your phone. Bring us some of that barbecue from the Big Daddy's.
Oh, Big Daddy?
And we'll keep the show going while you're going to get the food and driving down I-70 to the old Kemper Arena, now Hy-V Arena.
Big Daddies. I want to go.
Yeah,
there,
we're
dude.
we're going to take a trip to Columbia and do that. Big Daddies.
Yep. Big Daddy's is worth it, but Columbia Smoke & Fire is really good too.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Well, you know, maybe we'll have to come,
I
you know,
guess
make
you
an
gotta-
overnight trip.
I
Have
guess you
one.
got to do one for lunch, one for dinner.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. The kicker at Columbia Smoke & Fire is they also have mac and cheese that they implement the barbecue into. So if you're I'm allergic to mac and cheese, but
Oh, I love mac and cheese
Yeah, I do
with my
too.
barbecue.
I
so.
too. I'll get it.
But no, thank you again. And is there any message, you know, you kind of want to get out there, you know, from yourself, from Misha about fall athletics before we let you go?
you know, probably the biggest thing we want to get out there is, you know, we don't want to lead anyone on, but we also don't, you know, we want everything to be as safe as possible. And, you know, we really hope that we can get the fall seasons in. We don't want to take that opportunity away from any of the students. I know even in April with the spring seasons, and you know, even when we had to cancel the music and the speech and debate, you know, that was really hard. You know, my son is a musician, and you know, it took me an hour and a half before I was even able to go home and face him, because I was so torn up about it and having to tell him, you know, sorry, dude, we got to take this opportunity away from you. So that's, you know, we're parents, we're administrators, you know, that's the last thing we want to do, but we want to make as informed decisions as possible. So while it looks like we're dragging our feet and we're leading people on, we want to make sure we have all of the information possible in making those decisions.
Well, thanks again, and we know it's a tough spot, so hopefully the plan stays in place, and we get to, you know, like you said, the kids get the opportunity to compete in whatever activity they choose this fall.
That sounds like a great thing.
All right, well, thanks again, and
Thanks, Jason.
we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, guys. Anytime.
All right.
All right.
Boom.
All right. Great conversation with Jason West. Again, he was the communications director for Misha, and we were just going over some things from the statement they released on July 15th that applies to fall sports in the state of Missouri and how they're going to work. So, you know, thanks to him for coming on, and hopefully if any of you coaches or parents out there had questions, hopefully we got them answered.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We went through a lot.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I was saying, it was nice for him to take the time just to clarify anything you can think of. Because, I mean, it's a lot of rules, a lot. You know, it's 8 page. I think it was an 8-page document. There's a lot of information on there, so it's nice to be able to say, hey, this bullet point right here, would you mind going over it more? And he was more than happy to do that. So that was really cool. Overall, a lot of good information, and actually, it sounded like Missouri's got a good plan going on right now. So I like it.
They do. You know,
As of 3:15.
yeah,
Or 3:20.
Yeah, you know, obviously with, you know, Keisha, they're meeting here in about 40 minutes to discuss fall sports. So I'm hoping that by the end of the week they have a a plan out that will be similar to, Missouri's or, maybe more specific to Kansas, but they have not released a plan as of yet. So,
well, in depending on your schedules and the person that handles media over at KSHSAA, hoping to have them on next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, yeah, cool.
We thought about kind of doing a dual show with both of them, but the fact that KSHSAA had not released anything, they wouldn't have had as much to talk about since it's not public yet. I mean, I'm sure they have several drafts that have been floating around their offices through email.
What was it? What was the thing we were talking about? The Kansas governors rolling back to phase 2. What was that?
So she said something about if she didn't feel people were following the mask order,
numbers following.
Yeah, and so she's thinking about going back to phase 2, which would close bars and restaurants.
And she'll announce that Monday.
What was the
if she decides?
Bars and restaurant were closed for phase 2. What was phase 1? Everything
was shut down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, but it'd be restaurants still doing
and we'd go down
carry out or whatever.
Was it 25 or was it?
I can't remember
15?
The exact numbers.
It was a lower number. I know.
Yeah, and it's a lower number of people that can be in an establishment, which obviously that wouldn't affect you on the Missouri side.
No, we'd be good. I mean, we're actually doing a little bit stricter than what we're supposed to. I think you get companies get a little worried about a potential lawsuit happening if someone gets sick in your restaurant and you're not following protocols like really hard. Mm-hmm. And so we actually, and the thing is actually, we're, as far as like margin goes, we're actually making more money having less people inside because we get to do less cooks, but then we have like to-goes are like insane.
Yeah.
And we make more money on that. So actually we're actually doing really well. So, I mean, but if we roll it back, that would definitely affect us. So, like I said, I haven't heard anything from Missouri, so I was curious what Kansas was doing.
Yeah, I don't think Missouri has really talked about that.
We do, but you live over in Western Watt County, but there's a brewery down here in the West Bottoms we could go to if that's not that far from your house in Kansas on the Missouri side. So we're good.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Just wear your mask.
Figure out something.
But yeah, so we talked about the Royals at the beginning, and they're 2-2. So hey, that's a good start, right? Could have been worse. Friday night's game was pretty brutal to watch. I thought Duffy pitched well.
I didn't get to see it.
Duffy pitched well early, and then Matheny pulled him out, and we immediately gave up 2 runs. I forgot who came in, but so that was not good. So a lot of people on Twitter were questioning taking Duffy out when he did. Maybe he could have left him in a little bit. Maybe he would have got out of the jam. Maybe he would have gave up the 2 runs, and then people are like, why'd he leave him in?
When he pulled him out, what was he? Was he jammed?
Two guys on base.
Yeah, I mean, what inning was it?
It was the 5th, so he pitched I think 4 1/4 or 4 3/4, something like that.
If it's 5th inning, and you got 2 guys on, and it's still a 0-0 game. I could see. I mean, depending on how the at bats went, I could see doing that.
Yeah.
Plus, Duffy is like mega streaky, so like he's hot, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh crap!" and then just gives up 4
like
runs.
I said,
so.
Twitter warriors were
game 1
roasting. Yeah, it was
they
game
roasted
1.
them game 1. Come back, nice game 2. Lose. Wait, is that right? Come back.
They won game
nice
2
game
on Saturday.
Lose game 3.
Lose game 3.
And then
they won last night.
Bombs.
They actually tied a franchise record last night of
home runs?
6 home runs in a game.
Salvi's hitting bombs, man. Who was talking about? Was it you talking about? You thought Salvi was going to have a comeback season?
Somebody may have mentioned that.
Somebody was talking to was like they felt like Salvi was.
You knew he was
nice
itching.
Season.
You knew he was itching because
he was going to be ready to go.
So his rehab from last year go really nice, and he got the rehab at home. He actually got quarantined, so he got to train at home. And I bet, what I mean? He's ready to roll. So he came out. He looks really, really good. So that's nice to see.
Here's a big Royals question.
Okay.
500 right now, right?
Right.
Yep.
Batting 500 right now. Pre-Mahomes 500. Post-Mahomes, what's it going to be?
They're not going to lose
Okay,
again.
so if you guys are baseball players.
Whoa, what?
If you guys are baseball players for the Royals and you hear that news today, what does that do to your mindset? Does that? I mean, are you?
I honestly think it doesn't change for the professional athlete.
I'd be excited. I'd be excited. I'd be like, man, this
depending
is
on
great.
how old, maybe how old you are. If Gordo will probably be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But a young guy on the team, like a 22-year-old pitcher.
What's this 24-year-old out making money and buying teams that I want to buy?
Yeah. Gordon was like, what the heck did I do? I should play football. There's no one says it. But I mean,
baseball contracts are better though.
Baseball contracts yes, they are better.
It is really cool though.
Fully guaranteed.
Got to play more games.
Big time. I think it is cool. It's a great PR move by the Royals, and it's a really good move by Mahomes. It's a win-win.
We're talking about it, aren't we?
Yeah. Breaking news here. Major League Baseball did postpone all Marlins games through Sunday after the recent coronavirus outbreak.
So just Marlins?
And it impacts the schedules of the Yankees, Orioles, and Phillies.
Okay.
Well, and I did hear on another network today that some of those boys were being bad, whether it was going to the beach or going to a pub or whatever.
Uh-oh.
So, guys, if you're a major league player listening in today to this show, do what you're supposed to do at any level. Do what you're supposed to do,
yeah.
Because if you don't, the NFL's already said pretty much if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, we're gonna kick you out as a player.
Yeah, the NFL's a little different with the travel though because
They don't have as many games.
Yeah, and you're not going to a city for 4 or 5 days.
No, they're trying.
You're really going for about 24 hours.
But it's what you do when you go home after practice.
Yeah,
that's what they're talking about. If you're not, you've almost got to quarantine during the season yourself from your family and the rest of the world if you want to get a full season in.
Yeah, I mean, don't be dumb.
Don't be.
I did see a deal. A couple New England guys opted out of playing this. So you can do that. You can opt out of playing.
Yep.
For the year. Now the New England Patriots have $22 million of cap space.
Here's one you'll
They
care
might
about.
do something
Gary.
with it. I don't know.
They're trying to go get Trevor Lawrence next year. Tank for Lawrence.
Do you think Belichick encouraged them to opt out? Or he's just like, they opted out, I'm not going to replace him?
I don't think he discouraged them.
Probably not. I don't know.
Anyway.
Here's one you'll
That's
care
interesting.
about.
What's that?
Just saw a story from one of the health departments where they had a prom this past weekend and graduation.
Yeah.
0 cases, right?
No, 2 cases at the prom, and so now that we'll see. I
mean, it's crazy. There's those stories out there all the time.
But you just hope that doesn't really explode into that.
Yeah. Yeah. Hope not. But got to thank our sponsor, DJ Showtime. 816-260-2056. I saw him, I think it was like in Omaha or something this last weekend. I saw in his Snapchat story.
He wasn't DJing, though, was he?
No, I think he was just up there hanging out.
His brother was.
Yeah.
His brother was.
But he did pay his bill, so,
He's back. We're back on talking.
Back.
Really, we used to talk, pretty, a little positive, a little negative. Now it's all positive.
Yeah.
So number one guy right there.
Yeah, check him out. DJ KC Showtime on Instagram. Jim, you got anything else? Austin, you got anything else?
Nope. Touched on everything.
Yeah. NFL's getting closer.
Let's go Royals.
Yeah, let's go Royals.
Oh, hey, real quick. Do you have was it you that bet Joey?
Yes, I did.
I did too.
make a bet
Right
with
after
Joey.
you did, he's
$5.
talking all his trash, and I said, I'm betting you too.
Oh,
So
you did too?
Yes. It's the same. It's the same bet I have on Bovada, right? The 24.5.
Yeah, 24.5. Got the over, baby.
We're going to get it.
They played 6-10 tonight. I mean, they've already won 2 games,
Hey, quit
right?
promoting
We're
that.
winning tonight.
They've already won 2 out of 4. I mean,
Here we
they
go.
got to win 25. They only got to win 23 more games.
I'm having a big event. Hey, when they're going to hit that 25th game,
We're doing a watch party.
we're going to do a watch. Oh, watch party.
Yeah.
Mike
We're gonna do a
Tyson.
watch party.
Mike Tyson's fighting.
Hey,
He's fighting Roy Jones Jr.
I would be scared to go against him anyway because I was around during the ear scenario whenever he bit somebody's ear off. But that dude is fierce.
Yes.
Have you seen the new videos of him?
Yes.
He looks good.
He looks really good.
So.
He looks like a veteran brain in a young man's body.
That's it looks almost funny. You see this guy, and then all of a sudden he looks more sculpted now than he did when he was in his 20s.
He's in great shape.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be awesome. That's September 12th, I think,
Yeah.
pay-per-view. So
We need to get a
I'm
blow-up
pumped.
screen.
I think Tyson knocks out Jones round 6.
What do you think it would cost to have this party? On the upper deck, there's 5,000 seats. We could get a blow-up screen, put seats on the 8 courts that are up there. what do you think that would cost us to show that pay-per-view?
I don't even want it. I don't know.
I don't know.
We gotta go. Let's go borrow the money from some.